Yes, Mr. Mngomezulu, that's so good.
So, Mr. Sibiya,
Mnumzane Sibiya,
all right, there are certain things that I need to clarify before we conclude our case with you.
kunezinto ezimbalwa engifuna ukuzicacisa ngaphambi kokuthi siqede mina nawe.
When you were with Colonel Mboto on the 30th, is it true that there was no interpreter?
Ngalesikhathi uno Colonel Mboto nge-30 iqiniso ukuthi bekungena toliki.
Wayengekho toliki.
That is correct, there was no interpreter.
And according to you or your observation on that night, a statement that was, you were ordered to sign it, was it made in English or in isiZulu?
Ukuya ngawe lesiya statement ebakuphoqa ukuthi usayine besibhalwe ngesingesi.
You know what? Before he answers it, I want to be fair.
Yes.
If he's aware whether the statement was in Tsonga or Zulu or Chinese,
Yes,
it means he read the document. Are you with me?
that's correct, my lord. I just
So,
want, yes.
You realize it. So maybe you must withdraw that question.
May I withdraw the question? All right. When you were taken to Albertine on the 5th of June and you interacted with Colonel Hadebe, there was no interpreter on that day as well.
Uma uyisiwa eAlbertine no Colonel Hadebe nge-5 zika June nalapho bekungena toliki.
Bengena toliki.
There was no interpreter as well.
Okay. Let's get into the day in which you appeared in court on the 1st of June 2020 in Tembisa Court. It has been said by my colleague that the rights were read according to the charge sheet. Did you tell the magistrate on that day that you were assaulted?
Asiyeke nge-1 zika June 2020 labo kade usenkantolo. Umshushisi yena uthe amalungelo wakho abekade efundiwe noma aye bakutshela ngawo. Umanje uye wamtshela ukuthi wawukade ushayiwe.
Ngatshena i-lawyer ngoba lapha ethembisa mabethi thola i-lawyer kuba khona umuntu ozayo ukutshela ukuthi uyi-lawyer ethi uzogcwalisa amaphepha. Ngamtshela ukuthi ngishayiwe.
I had told my defense attorney as immediately after I was informed that I need to get an attorney, then somebody approached me and I informed that particular person that I was assaulted.
All right, but that was not related according to that attorney that you informed. Did he relate that to the magistrate? Did he tell the magistrate that you were assaulted?
Ummeli loyo oze kuwe ngaleli yalapha uye watshela inkantolo lolu daba lokuthi wena uthe ushayiwe.
Kuyukuthi wayekhuluma isilungu angazi noma wamtshela ukuthi ngishaya indlela engisho ngakhona na. Kodwa mangiphinda ngibuya kuye nge-10 zika July ngiyamtshela laba lokhu beqhubeka bengishaya. Yila aphinda futhi afina atshena khona icourt ukuthi lo muntu lo baqhubeka bamshaya laba bantu laba. Yila utolika ngitshela khona ukuthi ummeli wakho semtshenile icourt ukuthi wena kumele uye emotani.
On the first appearance, I am not sure whether the attorney did mention it, as the attorney had stated in English. And on the 10th of July, when I came to court again, I proceeded and informed my attorney that I am continually being assaulted. And that is when the attorney also stated it on record, and an interpreter interpreted, informing me that my attorney just told the court that I am being assaulted and I will then be transferred to Moda B.
All right. Inside court on the 10th of July 2020 was Sergeant Muhola, Sergeant Mohane and Constable Mabena present inside court.
Enkantolo ngeyi-10 zika July 2020 phakathi enkantolo uSergeant Muhola, uSergeant Mohane no Constable Mabena bebakade bakhona phakathi enkantolo.
Umuntu engimkhumbule esekatolo uMhane. Umkhula angimkhumbuli ngimbona ekatolo.
I remember that Mohane was in court I do not remember seeing Mohola in court.
Mabhena ngikhumbule ngimbona ecourt.
I do not remember seeing Mabena as well
All right.
in court.
Okay, there were records that were read, or we heard the audio recording of Boksburg Court, where the magistrate, after the lawyer for accused number 3 and number 2 told the court that they were assaulted. I want you to follow that.
Uthi ke ummeli kunala kuye kwakhaliswa izinto bezikade zikhulunywa enkantolo la ummeli womangalelwa wesithathu nowesibini baye batshela inkantolo ukuthi bebakade beshayiwe uthi ufuna umlandeleli lapho usaqhubeka.
If you can recall, that presiding officer, that magistrate of Boksburg, inquired from the attorney from Legal Aid Board about those allegations. Can you recall that?
Uthi mangabe usazokhumbula umantshi lo yalo bekahleli ngaleli yalanga uye wabuza lo mmeli ngalelo daba lokushawa kwabamangalelwa usakhumbula lokho?
Do you want me to repeat the question?
Usafuna mhlawumbe ukuthi akubuzele wona futhi kahle lo mbuzo?
Cela ungiphindele.
Yes, please.
All right. It's the same situation like in Tembisa. I just want to draw you closer. Mr. Nkwana was the legal aid attorney for accused 1 to 4 in Boksburg.
Umnumzana Nkwana bekummeli wakamamsolwa wokuqala ukuya kumsolwa wesine eBoksburg kanyisho.
Yeah.
That is correct.
On the 5th of March, sorry, the 27th of November.
The
No,
27th
just
ka
confirm the date, 27th. On the 5th of March 2020.
nge-5 zika March ngo-2020.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mr. Nkwana informed the court about the allegations by accused number 3 and number 2 that they were assaulted at the places where they were kept. Did you hear that?
Umnumzana Nkwana uye watshela inkantolo ukuthi umsolo wesibini nowesithathu bona bathi bayashawa la bekade bevalelwe khona.
You remember?
Uye wakuzwa lokho noma usakukhumbula lokho?
Yeah, ngeke ngakuzwa.
Yes, I did hear such.
Then the magistrate made an inquiry. He actually asked Mr. Nkwana
Umantshi yena wabuza umnumzana Nkwana
about those allegations
ngaleyo ndaba yokushawa.
and he gave directives as to where it should be reported.
Waphinda umantshi watshela umnumzana Nkwana ukuthi kwamele ayoreport kuphi.
And Mr. Nkwana undertook to report those allegations.
Umnumzana Nkwana watshela umantshi ukuthi yebo nkosi yenkantolo ngizoyenza isiqiniseko sokuthi mina ngiyireport le ndaba.
The question now is, in Tembisa Court on the 10th of July,
Umbuzo nawo usewuza ke
did the
ukuthi
same thing happen when you told the magistrate that you are being assaulted by the investigating police officers?
umbuzo ke nawo uza ukuthi wena ithe uma utshela umantshi usebenzisa ummeli wakho ukutshela umantshi ukuthi wena uyashawa ukuthi ushawa amaphoyisa kuye kwayenziwa na lelo daba lokuthi kukhulunywe ngalo?
Cha akwenzakalanga ngaphandle kokuthi nje kwathiwa mina kumele ngiye eModabi kuphela. Akukho kwalandela emva kwalapho.
There was nothing further, my lord, that was said or taken steps on, as I was only instructed that I will have to go to Modabi.
So even the presiding officer did not direct that you should be taken to a medical practitioner.
Umantshi akazange naye asho ukuthi kwamele uyiswe kudokotela?
Cha akazasho nkosi yenkantolo.
No, my lord.
All right, let's move out. There's evidence that you were arrested by Butelis. And that evidence, during the arrest or prior to going to Fosloras from Tembisa, do you remember that evidence? where you were arrested in Tembisa and then taken to Vosloorus. Do you remember?
Usakhumbula lo bufakazi obuzile bokuthi wena uboshwe eThembisa wayisiwa eVosloorus?
Yebo ngiyakukhumbula kusekhatwa.
Yes, I still recall that.
There's evidence by Sergeant Mngomezulu that before they left Tembisa, he called Constable Munareng to beef up a security. Do you still remember that evidence?
Usakhumbula ukuthi kunobufakazi obuze ngoSergeant Mngomezulu ethi ngaphambi kokuthi kuhanjwe eThembisa uye washaya ucingo eshayela uMunareng ukuze athole abanye abazomsiza.
Do you remember that?
Ukuthi bawongeze ubuvikelo.
Ngikhumbula ukukhulunywa uButhelezi kusekhatwa.
I remember that being mentioned by Buthelezi, my lord.
All right. So I want to put it to you, or to clarify to you, that Sergeant Mngomezulu told this court that when you were arrested, Constable Munareng was not there. He was asked to beef up a security so that they can go to Sutu hostel.
Uthi ke yena ufuna ukukwazisa ukuthi uSergeant Mngomezulu uthe uMunareng wayekade engekho ngaleso sikhathi uboshwa. uMunareng uye wathintwa nje ukuthi azonceda ngalesikhathi kuyisiwa eBasuthu hostel.
Kusekhatwa lo mangiqalisa ukuboshwa ngikhoshwa ngebhamu kwakuyibo uMnareng. uMnareng ube khona ngiboshwa up until kuze kuba khona abangiphelezelayo abangisePitori bona basale Soweto.
My lord, when I was firstly arrested and pointed with firearms, Munareng was part of those police officers that arrested me and they took me to Pretoria.
Yes. Before I sit down, I want you to explain this from your mouth. There is this thing we call torture in English. Can you interpret it for him? Torture.
Uthi ke ufuna wena uchaze ngomlomo wakho kunalento ebizwa phecelezi itorture ukuhlukunyezwa.
All right. It is the evidence of Mukhani, if I'm not mistaken, that they gave you food on the 31st, sorry, not Mukhani because he was not present on the 30th. One of the arresting officers said they shared with you food. Did you eat on that day?
Kunelinye iphoyisa kulaba bekade bekubopha bona bathe bakunike ukudla badle nawe ukudla njengobebedla nabo. Wena ummeli ufuna ukwazi ukuthi uye wadla na ngalelo la.
Cha, angaze ngize ngidle kusekhatwa. Ukudla lokho ngigcine belokhu ngigcine ngabo 9 ekhaza sekuseni ngisendlini.
No, my lord, I did not eat on that particular day except for when I had ate at around 9 whilst I was still at home. There is no police officer who offered me food.
All right. When did you then get food?
Ukudla ukuthole
If you
nini?
not offered. For the first time after you were arrested.
Okokuqala ngemva kokuthi uboshwe.
Ukudla ngithole ejele epolice station ukuthi kuthiwa nakho ukudla kwami ekseni mabefika before befika bezongithatha omhani.
I only got food in the morning at the police station just before the investigating officers came to book me out.
Okay. In terms of traveling with you, from the time you were arrested up to the time where you were detained, when we calculated, it gave us more than 14 hours.
Kusukela lesikhathi lesi baze bakubopha kufikela uze bazokubuyisa. Sonke lesikhathi uma sibala isinike amahora ayishumi.
Mr. Mngomezulu, is this re-examination?
No, my lord. May
What
I
is
withdraw?
this? What? Yeah, just tell me. Maybe I'm ignorant.
No. I wanted to
What?
get into the definition of torture.
No, no. The
But-
question is this re-examination? That's all I want to know.
May I withdraw that question? With due respect, may I
No, you don't have to withdraw anything. You got to tell me, hey, procedurally I'm correct because re-examination says
No, I'm-
this and that and that and
I'm
that.
touching to the new aspect, my lord. That's why I'm withdrawing
Oh, I see.
with
Okay.
the leave of the court.
All right, fine.
Thank you, ma'am.
You mustn't say I'm biased or unfair.
Yes,
I'm just saying in terms of the law, I don't understand that to be re-examination.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
I beg your pardon, ma'am. And Mr. Sibiya, in conclusion of your evidence, everything as we have said during examination in chief and cross-examination, everything that was done by Mboto, Gininda, Khatebe and other members was not according to your will.
Manje ke baba, uma sewuqeda ubufakazi bakho, uthini uthi yonke into eyenzwe abombotho, abo Brigadier Gininda nabanye, yonke into ebakwenze yona bekungasi into ebe wena uyivumela ukuthi wena uyabavumela ukuthi bayenze leyo nto leyo.
Konsekatolo konke okwenziwe kimi akazi kuze kube intando yami, angaze ngikwenze ngokuthanda, ngangisatshiswa, ngangihlukunyezwa, ngangalali nasebusuku.
My Lord, everything that was done to me, it was not my will. I never gave anyone a right to do that. I was threatened and I did not even sleep at night.
Lastly, all of them, all of these police officers that partook during the arrest, during the taking of the alleged confessions and pointing out, they said they explained you the right to remain silent. Most of them, that is common to them.
Uthi ke ekugcineni bonke lamaphoyisa noma ubuningi babo bathe baye bachazisela ilungelo lakho lokuthula.
Cha, alikho iphoyisa elake langitshela ngelungelo lokuthula.
No, there is no police officer that had explained my right to silence.
All right. Thank you, my lord. No further questions.
Thank you. Are you going to call a witness?
My lord, in respect of Mr. Sibiya, there is a witness that we intend to call, but is not available.
Yeah.
Um,
So
then-
what are you saying?
I would like to, I was actually going to ask for accused number 2 to take a stand, but I
No,
want,
no.
sorry,
You've got to first deal with accused number 1's case.
may
If
I,
you want to call a witness, fine. If you want a
Yes.
postponement to call a witness, fine. But you can't, before you have closed number 1's case, start with number 2's case.
all right. My lord,
The judges in the high, at the Constitutional Court, they will say, "Ipuma pile judge."
thank you, my lord. My lord, this is what I canvassed to my colleagues as well. And according to the arrangement that I've made with the witness, he was going to be available tomorrow.
No, fine.
And I would request, Your Worship, sorry, my lord, that the matter, the witness stand down until tomorrow.
No, fine. No problem. Mr. Sibande, any objection?
No objection to the calling of the witness, even though we don't know which witness the defense
Hello?
is going to call. I'm saying no objection to the calling of the witness. Yes.
You were mumbling something else.
I'm saying it was not placed on record. Who are they going to call?
No, you don't have to know that.
Okay.
You'll know it when he's there. Okay, before we then adjourn, placing it on record that the matter is postponed for further hearing of accused number 1's rebuttal evidence in a trial within a trial because he intends to call a witness in support of his case. Consequently, the matter is postponed to tomorrow at 10. The gestures isn't. Ukhuluma ngezandla.
Inkantolo iyabuza ukuthi manje kwenzakalani njengoba ukhuluma ngezandla.
Oh, because inkantolo bekade ngithi ngilokhu ngibuzisa ukuthi lezi la engafaka khona izithuba kungaba zi23, so bengithi mhlawumbe mabe ngangizela la phepha la ngikwazi ukuconfirm ngoba bathi i26 zazi Sunday futhi ngenza imistake.
Who must bring the paper?
Alethwe ubani lawo maphepha?
Ngicabanga ukuthi umshushisi engaba nawo.
Maybe the state.
Yeah, Mr. Sibande, can you take the exigency of those papers which he says they're important for him with Mr. Mngomezulu and Mr. Ramusipiti? Just tell him what the court says.
Manje inkantolo ithi umshushisi ayenze isiqiniseko sokuthi mhlawumbe angakhuluma nalabo abaphethe lawo maphepha lawo ukuthi bangakulethela wona bakwazi ukuthi bawanike mhlawumbe umnumzana Mngomezulu nomnumzana Ramusipiti qala.
Okay.
Yeah.
As the court pleases.
Right,
Manje
Secretary
iqala lihlethiselwa kusasa.